Welcome to a new episode for the live sessions of the Proportion Global Community. And today we talk with Lisanne de Bakker in Portugal.
Hi, everyone. Nice to be the host for this Thursday session. Looking forward to talking to you a bit about online facilitation this week.
Yeah, and you proposed the title to be The Naked Facilitator. Why is that? Why Naked Facilitator?
So, we're going to actually explore a little bit just our own facilitation experience this Thursday. And for me, the title, it's really linked to being more human and vulnerable as we are often as designers, facilitating other people, and really bringing in also our own humanness and inviting humanness from other participants in our sessions, in our work as people. And I think this is it's not an easy skill, and especially online. And that's what I hope we'll reflect on a little bit together on this Thursday.
So you as a strategic designer has done a lot of facilitation in the past, and prior to COVID, we did a lot of face-to-face and in-person facilitation. Can you maybe share a bit your light on what are the key challenges of being a facilitator? What are the pitfalls, especially when you during COVID need to do a lot of remote facilitation? What are the key pitfalls or key mistakes that people make? Or maybe you can refer to yourself. What were the mistakes that you made over the last couple of years during COVID?
Yeah, I acknowledge I'm still very much learning. I think there's a lot of stuff that I'm reflecting on myself that I see that I can improve upon. So I'm definitely not saying that I've got it all figured out. As a designer, I often work on in-person sessions where I'm facilitating groups either in design sprints or brainstorm sessions, or working in general with a team where you're working through different activities of the research or design phase. And especially when you're facilitating a session with a group, I love that you can be connected with people. You feel the energy of the room, you understand when people are getting tired, maybe need a break, you pull in people that are a bit lost. So there's this kind of sensitivity, like tune in as a facilitator to manage the space, manage the group, manage excitement. And since now almost everything is online, I feel that it's really hard to bring that across online. And I notice myself being a lot more serious, quite a bit struggling with all the online tools. We've got often a mural board where everyone is expected to work in, maybe lots of files open. Also, when I'm participant in other groups, I notice they are often just a bit like listening or easily sort of floating to the background if there's a lot of people on an online call. And I'm really curious to see how can we kind of question that, and how can we reinvent also how we can do online meetings. So where can we learn from, and what are new ways to do online meetings, basically.
So can you an example, what could be a good tip, or what would you do different now than maybe in the past?
Well, one of the things that I really do like is to bring in unexpected questions or things in a session where people, even when it's not directly in content, that also connects you as people together. So,
by the way, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Caramel, salted caramel. No, but it's nice to have these kind of icebreakers and things like that. And there's a lot that you can do that works well, and learnings on that. On the other side, I think it's also about continuously questioning yourself and thinking, what can I do to experiment with my meeting? How can I try something new? And what also is for me something a little bit out of my comfort zone as a facilitator. And I think that's a good question to keep learning as a designer, as a facilitator.
And you mentioned about online tools, but maybe people do get struggled. Well, even putting your Zoom on the right-hand side and then having a slide or a mule on the left-hand side. I mean, we do this day in, day out, we get used to that, right? But for others, it might be really challenging. So is there a way to kind of bypass these technical issues?
I think that's something I want to explore myself, which is, do you always need that mural? Do you always need that presentation? Do you always need that document that you're sharing your screen with? And so sometimes, depending on the topic and depending on your session, questioning what you actually really need, and if you do need all those technical tools and facilitation tools, I think is a first question.
Right. Now maybe because let's not kind of take away all the examples for coming session on Friday or on Thursday, but can you give maybe one or two icebreakers or examples of what you can do to kind of break the expected structures in meetings?
Sure. Well, it also actually, I think icebreakers definitely are nice, but they're sort of they're the little things. I think one of the things that I found really interesting is called, which is a bit of a session itself. It's called Unhurried Conversations, and it's a technique used in lots of different settings. This can also be, to resolve, to do with a team, to just reflect as a team on what's going well, or how you're feeling as a team, to kind of get more personal. In the Unhurried Conversation, it's really a way to let people just speak and not interrupt each other, and having a really sincere sharing of whatever people want to bring into the space. And so I think we are often very focused on outcomes in our meetings and less on creating and holding really a good space and having honest sharing as people working together. So there's definitely an interesting thing to learn from other disciplines that sometimes are not always in the design space. And Unhurried Conversations as a type of technique is I think quite inspiring. And actually, it's really simple. It's nothing fancy, glittery. It's just taking a breath, having everyone being in the same space and listening honestly, and letting everyone take their turn for as long as they want to say whatever they want to say, and honestly listening to each other. And it sounds simple, but these are really powerful exchanges.
Wonderful. So for upcoming session, we don't need to expect any slides from your end.
No, there won't be slides. There will be some stuff that I can share afterwards. And this is from really interesting training that I followed on this topic. So I'll be sharing some resources that I've gotten from someone else. So that's great for all of you who are interested to also go a bit deeper into it. And during this session, we will just experience a couple of these techniques and share with each other some of our own reflections on our facilitation experience.
Wonderful. So if you are watching this video and you'd like to experience some of these kind of new ways to facilitate as a naked facilitator at your next online session, then do join and sign up. Just read more about us on proportion.global/community and join our community and sign up for the session with Lisanne. Lisanne, thank you so much and look forward to coming Thursday.
Yeah, me too, very much. Ciao.
Bye.